Hello.
Hey there, everybody.
Good
Doing some
evening.
last minute fixings and relogging into stuff. Wow, that was a fun start to the
Yes,
morning.
we were late. We were late because of some technical difficulties.
At least it wasn't a wardrobe malfunction.
Yes, at least it wasn't a world. You're right. You're right. So I'm trying to move this out of the way. So it's been 2 weeks since we've been on. Libby says, hey. Hey, Libby. Go ahead and share out, please. Let everybody know that we are here. We're going to grab our
Has it
devices.
only been 2 weeks?
Yeah, it feels like forever.
It feels like forever.
Well, wait a minute, but you haven't been on with me. That's
thought
what
it
it
was-
is. So,
I did miss the week before. That's right.
yes, because Sarah was on with me.
That's right. 2 weeks.
Yeah,
It's been like a
and
month
then-
for me. Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry, people. I'm so sorry I've missed y'all.
Yeah, and Lauren was on with me. So hey,
Yes.
it is Rita and Henry with Disnerd's Life, and of course, Middle of the Magic Travel. So do me a favor, take a moment. We've been gone for a couple of weeks. 1 week we were gone. One Sunday we
Easter?
we decided not to have a show on Easter,
And then the following week, we were just ill.
Yeah. Oh no, I was very ill. Y'all didn't want me to come on. I was not feeling very well. But take a moment just to share out and let everybody know, because we are. Oh, it's good to see you too, Bridget. Thank you so much. We are doing questions today. So Henry came up with some of the most common questions.
These aren't questions I came up with. I'm just relaying what other people have asked us.
Well, yes. And so
I just record the information.
I don't know what the questions are. I'm pretty excited to be. I'll probably be stumped. So hopefully you'll make me look like the intelligent travel planner that I am.
I'll do my best to set
one
you
that
up
had-
well.
That's why I put my ears on.
Okay.
I put my ears on so I would be ready.
Speaking of ears, I want a pair like that.
You want a pair like this?
I do. Yes. Yes, I said I want those purple ones.
Huh?
Those millennial ones that are coming
Oh
out.
no, those aren't purple. Those are pink.
Oh, that pink. That's even
The
better.
millennial pink. They're
Millennial
already
pink?
out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They've already replaced the rose gold.
Yeah, they
and-
came out in March. So
All right.
millennial pink is the new. Hey, Bridget, I'm not sure what time the 3 o'clock parade is. I love that though. I love that. There's somebody that where were we? We were talking. So we were talking about how to answer that question. What time is the 3 o'clock parade? And customer service and all that kind of stuff. So
Not at all like how I was taught when I first started working in retail, and the guy that was teaching me to how to help people and stuff. He says, "Let me tell you, you're going to try to find some joy in this job some days." And right about that time, a gentleman had walked past the pet department,
yeah,
came right to us, and said, "Excuse me, guys, can you tell me where the dog food's at?" And he stepped down the aisle and said, "You see that sign down there that says pets? I bet it's right under there."
that's awful.
I know. I was like, "Oh, you can't say that kind of stuff."
That's
now, clearly,
awful.
I worked 17 years for that company, and he worked another 17 weeks,
Oh,
maybe,
well.
maybe days. I don't know. It wasn't long, but there are definitely times. So,
Oh yes, I'm sure he did, Bridget. What time's the 3 o'clock parade? I could be wrong, Bridget. You might be able to answer this, but if I'm not mistaken, somebody wrote a book called "What Time Is the 3 O'clock Parade," and it's all
Really?
about customer service.
yeah, that's cool.
I
I'm
may
gonna
be
look
off
one
on
up.
that. I remember little tidbits of information, and that is one of those little tidbits of information that I have out there. So thank you guys for joining us. I know we've only been on the air for about 3 minutes now, so we like to kind of give people a few minutes to come on. Tonight we are going to be answering travel planning questions, because going to Disney is a huge ordeal, and we know that there's always lots of questions, newbie questions, things like that. So
Sometimes not even for newbies. You know?
No, absolutely.
Some of them are people that have gone multiple times, and the question just comes up. Well, which one will work out better?
I had a great question this week,
Okay.
actually, that I will share with you guys. That was something that I had to go back and go, wait a minute, do I actually know the answer to this question? So,
Well, and it's one of the things with Disney is that sometimes the answer is changing.
truth. So
You know,
true.
I remember plain as day. So the first time, the last time that our oldest daughter did the Jedi Training Academy,
Right.
we walked up at like 11 o'clock or so and got a slot for like the 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock
Yeah.
showing, something like that. Nowadays, if you're not there at rope drop, by 9:30 the day is full.
That's the truth.
And that's something that changed drastically throughout all
through the years.
Through the years.
It's always been popular.
It has always been popular, but once the movie came out, it became amazing.
I think the Rebels show because it became the Trials of the Temple too, and that's become very popular. So
sure.
But yeah, there's all kinds of things that are changing at Disney, and that's why we are Disney travel professionals. We always stay up to date, read our emails, do our research, all of that. That takes us to become experts, really, because that is what I am. I am a Disney travel expert.
And I'm just a Disney travel tag-along.
It's my job to make sure that I'm on top of things. And sometimes, again, I have to look it up. I have to research it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, just to let you know, we do have some Disney travel coming up. We are headed out to Disney World in just a few days. Well, a few months.
I was going to say, wow.
I wish.
I don't know if this.
I tell you, I was being in my classroom. Sometimes we're
going the 1st of July, so we can check out and do some research for y'all on
this incredible summer.
The incredible summer trip to Toy Story Land.
It is not too late to book your vacation for this summer. I'm telling you.
No, I was surprised at how many things are still readily available to get.
I was actually changing somebody's dining for June, and I was shocked at some of the things that came open. Yeah. So, obviously, I guess the end of June is not going to be as crowded as maybe it normally is. I don't know.
Well, I would imagine that several of your Dis nerds out there, like ourselves, are probably pushing back to July.
True. True.
So if you're a family that Toy Story Land is not a necessity for you, July may be great. You remember we were there at one time on Father's Day weekend. Mm-hmm. That was a great. Crowds were low, and I know that Dad normally doesn't always turn around and go, "Oh, I want to go to Disney World," but as most dads, we just want to do what makes the family happy.
It's true. So, and then that's always one of the number one questions: what time of the year is the best time to go? Well, really, the time of year that's best to go is whatever's great for your vacation time.
Sure.
But I always pick the week after, starting Father's Day weekend through the following week after that. That's a great time to go.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, it slows down just a little bit around that time. The weather's, it's not, it's still warm, but it's not unbearably warm. Oh, thank you, Libby. Watch the replay. Get a good night's sleep. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in and get started here. What do you say?
All right, I have one quick thing I've got to check on because I didn't know where that comment.
Oh, that's someone. Yishmael, that's old school.
Well, because Patrick knows me from back in the days.
Wait, how come that didn't show up on here?
Because it was on my personal. When I shared it.
What did he ask you to sing?
Oh, I don't know. He said that you stole my ears.
Oh,
so.
All right.
So that means Patrick's probably watching out there again. So good hearing from you, Patrick.
Hey, piece of information about Disney travel before we do get into the questions. We have already been booking dining for fall break. So when your fall break is in October, right now is the time to book if you are wanting to get into some hard-to-get dining, such as Cinderella's Royal Table, Be Our Guest, some other places like that. Ohana's gone in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at going at fall in November, you need to contact us and get your vacation booked. Right now is the time.
Well, that leads into the first question.
Awesome.
Let's truly does. How far in advance do you plan your trip?
How far in advance?
And now this is not a question that came from us, but I'm on several of the Disney forums, and that was honestly a question that someone was asking on that. I'm like, if you've taken the time to build your own account and get onto one of those Disney forums and just ask questions of random people, that's not one of the questions I would have asked because you thought you would have known it. But okay.
All right. So, how far in advance do you plan your trip? So, those of you who are watching, I would love it if you would just tell us how far in advance you like to plan your vacation.
And one of those things also with it is, while we're talking about that part of it, is if you have questions that you want us to answer, we will answer them on the fly also. So please throw those questions out, and we'll happily turn around and answer them for y'all.
Okay. So how far in advance do we plan our trips? I know that I am currently planning a trip. This is a big girls trip. It's my cousin and I with all of our kids, our girls. And we planned over 180 days out. The reservation was made 210 days out. And, well, actually, I think it was made before that. But right around the 210-day mark so that I could go ahead and make sure that we had our dining information taken care of, because I knew that we were going to be doing a lot of princess dining. So it was very important for us to be able to make those dining reservations immediately. That's one of the ones that, princess dining is one of the more difficult things to get into, so I wanted to make sure that we had that taken care of for our younger travelers. Now, for us personally, we're seasoned travelers, so we can plan a trip in 60 days or less. Now, I will say this. If dining is not important for us, then we're cool with planning a vacation that's 70 days. We'll book it around 70 days. Hey, Brandy. We'll book it around 70 days because we know that we want to get into that fast pass window of 60 days. So I'm going to say that the very smallest window, right? That's the best way to say it, would be contact us at the 70-day mark.
Yeah. I would agree with that part of it.
And the reason why is because it's going to be really, really hard to get some very popular rides for you and your kids, whether you're doing adult travel or family travel. One of those is Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Toy Story Mania, and I'm going to tell you, with the new Toy Story Land coming out, the Tier 1 Fast Passes in Hollywood Studios are going to be all 3 of the Toy Story attractions. So you're going to have to choose between those, and I'm going to guess that it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
So the 60-day window is important.
And that's one of the things that, it depends on what you're looking for whenever you go, and what you're needing. If you're needing dining, 180 days minimum. Really more like 200 days out. If you've got fast passes that you wanted to get, especially those specific ones, then you need to turn around and plan it 70 days out. If you're going down in October and your plan to do is just walk around Epcot and eat at the Food and Wine Festival the whole time, day before?
Sure. I mean, I can absolutely book a last-minute vacation, but I will say that there's way more advantages to booking a vacation in a larger window than a smaller window.
Very true.
There's, between being able to get into promotions if they come out, because they are wildly limited, promotions, of course, dining reservations, things like that, but also having a long time to be able to pay for your vacation, because, I mean, come on, guys, Disney vacations are not the least expensive vacation that you're going to take with your family.
I love what Bridget just said. She goes, I don't like experiencing PDD, post-Disney depression. So she starts planning her next trip before she leaves her current one.
Which you can absolutely do. Because they have offers that, I believe they call them bounce back. I may be giving the wrong...
No. That's on... you definitely can do that on your cruises.
Oh, you can do it at Disney World, too.
You can do it at World, too.
Yeah, they have all kinds of offers while you're there. Bridget, do you usually rebook while you're already down there? That's a great piece of advice. And if you're using a travel planner for Middle of the Magic Travel, you can absolutely make sure that your travel agent still takes care of you while you still book that vacation.
Yep.
So,
because you can book it right then. They give you the offer, and then it gets linked to us if you want.
It's usually a percentage off of your room or the package.
Yeah.
So, yeah, absolutely, you can do that. Anyway, I'm not going to say those
all
words.
Right. So before we continue into we go down this path for too long. So someone asked, how much time do you set aside to get to the park using Disney transportation?
Oh, okay. Disney transportation. Oh, yep. Bridget says bounce back offer, by the way. Okay. That's what it's called. Bounce back offer. Okay. Disney transportation. In my opinion, this is the one thing that brand new rookies to Disney World are not prepared for. They don't understand the length of time it takes to get from point A to point B. And when I say point A, I mean from your room in your resort to point B, whatever attraction you want to be on or whatever dining reservation you have, anything like that. Okay? So we underestimate the time. Because while it may only take 15 minutes to wait for a bus, and 15 minutes or so to get from point A to point B from the bus stop to bus stop, 15, 20 minutes. bus stop to bus stop, you also have to take into account for going through security, bag check, getting through the turnstiles if you're going to a park to go to an attraction, or even get to a dining reservation within the park, and then just walking from wherever you are going to inside the park. Or if you're, driving your car to a resort to go to dinner. Yep. Just getting out of your car and getting into the resort and then checking into the reservation. Everything takes so much longer than what you anticipate.
On travel time, definitely.
On travel time. So as far as transportation goes, Disney transportation, I always say that you should allot an hour and 15 to an hour and 30 minutes.
Right. That's why most people, that I heard was kind of responding back to that person about also. Now, the more interesting thing that I saw on there was that person's idea was, what if I, instead of getting, so rope drop for opening the gates, it's normally 9 a.m.
Right.
They're like, well, if I get there at 10 o'clock instead of 9 o'clock, would it be quicker to get in and stuff? And the answer to that is no.
No.
You don't. No. You lose so much time involved with it, and the reason for that is because people get there at opening gate, right, and then people continue to come through all morning long. You don't get a speed up in your day of getting in and out until, I would say, probably 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, something like that. So, Brandy just asked a question. Speaking of bags, what kind of bags are best to bring to Disney? Comfortable ones.
Yeah, and Brandy is, they're adult travelers going without children, and I'm going to tell you that when we're without our children, we don't carry a bag.
I prefer not to.
Now, Henry does have cargo shorts usually, so he's got a couple of big pockets.
Yep, so my waters, I can put a couple bottles of water in there.
And we also always carry a charger for our phones with us, and so his charger can go in there. And I give Henry my ID to put into his wallet, so, God forbid I need my ID for something. I mean, I have to be identified. Yep. I don't know, whatever reason that might be, because everything else is with our Magic Band. So we always try to set it up so we don't have bags, which is a tip. This is a pro tip. No bags means no bag check.
Correct. You can walk through. The lines then are amazingly shorter. Now back over to the idea that if you do have to carry a bag, I recommend getting something that has good thick straps that are comfortable on you. You want something that has maybe even a little bit of I backpacked in Scouts for a long time, so you want to get something. And obviously, I'm not going to get a full-fledged backpack to carry in there or anything like that. But I'm going to get something that's got some support to it that you're going to turn around and take care of, so that I'm not hurting. You get in there and you walk a lot, So, but definitely Rita's tip there of, if you don't have to carry the bag, don't carry the bag.
Yeah, don't carry one if you don't have to.
And the end of the flip side of it is that if you're going with, like when we're going with a young one and you have a stroller, everything gets thrown into the stroller.
Yeah.
So typically what would happen would be, I would turn around and I would go through with the stroller and have Amelia with me and whatnot like that, and I'd go up there and I'd throw everything up on there. And everyone else has already gone through, and they've got the other side, so that we're not getting split up. You're sometimes in multiple lines and stuff like that. Yeah. So it just made things a little quicker for us, we found.
So basically what we're saying is either take a child who's in a stroller or don't take children at all.
Yeah, that's exactly what we just said. That's not what we meant to say, but that is totally what we just said.
And if you... let's see. Patrick says that they usually plan them about 60 days out. The best vacations they've had to go were just go to the airport with $3,000 in my pocket, my passport, and not much else. Yeah. I want a ticket and such. I have to say, my favorite vacations, as a professional travel planner, my favorite vacations to plan are the last minute vacations. That's just me personally. However, I don't know if that's the best for Disney travel.
Sure. Because I've greatly enjoyed planning Brandy and David's trip. Because they're planning it far out, and we get together with them a couple times and really go through a lot of those ideas, especially because it's the first time in a long time for either one of them there. So, all right, next question. You're not on the Disney dining plan.
Okay.
All right. Refillable mugs, yay or nay?
Nay.
That was quick. Why do you have nay?
Well, because they're resort refillable mugs. And they're only good for, obviously, Disney resorts. And the only thing I ever use a resort refillable mug for is coffee.
Sure.
So, unless you are staying, even staying in a value resort, I still think you can request a coffee maker.
All right, so I'm going to throw this bit of it over to you. It depends on what kind of vacation you're doing.
Okay, agreed.
All right.
Agreed.
Now, for us, we're park enthusiasts. We'd rather be over in the park. But if you're going to be... We have some friends of ours that will go and stay at Fort Wilderness. They'll be there for 7 days and only go to the parks 2 days.
Right.
So for them, refillable mugs are a must. So the correct answer with it is that a refillable mug costs you about around $18.
I think that's right.
A mug, yeah. It's 18 and change with tax and all. A cup. If you just go up and get a cup, which you can get up to 4 refills within 2 hours after purchasing it, because every cup has an RFID chip in the bottom of it.
Okay, so we get refillable mugs all the time. Here I say no, don't get one. I had no idea that you could get 4 refills in 2 hours. Oh wait, that makes sense. Never mind.
The crew you're actually sitting there eating and all that. You can get up to 4 refills while you're actually sitting there at a meal. But those cups cost you $4 for a cup of soda. So if you're gonna get more than 4 refills of it, then especially if you're gonna be there for say 5 or 6 days at a resort, may very well be well worth it. That takes care of your coffee.
But you don't need an RFID chip for the coffee.
You don't need an RFID. Coffee is unlimited.
So just take your
same cup every morning.
Anyway. So, if you're not on the dining plan, again, you're right. If it is, it just depends.
It depends. It really depends on your refillable mugs are not usable in the parks.
I will say we're going to, when we go down this summer, it really is a research trip for us. We're only doing 2 days in the parks, and we're spending some time at our resort. We're planning on hanging out at the pool and chilling and all that kind of stuff. So we will buy resort refillable mugs because we're going to want to be able to, use those. So Bridget stayed at a Pop Reno room in December, and they had a coffee maker. Yes, I was so excited to read that was happening. So here's the deal: most value resorts. Thank you. Most value resorts do not have coffee makers in their rooms unless they are suites. And the new renovated rooms at Pop Century do have coffee makers. And I cannot wait to stay in one of those rooms. The last time we were there, we tried to get a room. We had requested a renovated room. And they have like the fold down table like you can get in the Art of Animation suite. Is that correct? Bridget, did you get to have the fold down table? I love the what is it called? Mid-century furniture that's in those rooms.
We were in Pop Century.
Listen, guys, I'm telling you right now, Pop Century and Art of Animation are going to be the places to stay very soon.
Yes, especially the Skyliners coming in.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. I mean, they're pretty high on my list right now.
Yeah.
I've been very impressed with them. I'd said after staying at an All-Star, I'm like, I think I want to do moderate every time that I go. But after staying at Pop Century and Art of Animation this past year,
Art of Animation is my favorite.
I like Pop better. So
Art of Animation.
Yeah, that's
hands
fair.
down.
That's fair.
Hands down. I just booked a Cars suite for a family, and I was looking through some of the pictures to share some information with them, and all I kept thinking was, I want to go back.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
I want to go back. All
right. So next question.
Okay.
Can you park hop without having park hopper tickets?
No.
Well, you know where the question's coming from it.
Okay.
So
I know. I used to do this. I used to do this trick.
You can't do it anymore.
No, you can't.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I used to do this.
So used to back in the day, you could actually turn around. Let's say you're going to be there for 4 days. You go buy 5 tickets. Mm-hmm. And on that one day, you want to do 2 things. You go use 1 ticket in the morning and use 1 in the afternoon.
Right.
And they have since discontinued the ability to do that.
Yeah, it hasn't actually been that long ago since they discontinued that.
Yeah.
But that was something that I used to do. I would actually add on 1 more day because if I remember correctly, it was
way cheaper.
It was cheaper than adding on the park hopper option because it's just 1 day.
If it's only 1 day, you want park hopper.
But now you absolutely have to have a park hopper.
And I tell people when we talk to people, if this is your first time in a long time since you've been down there, and I'm not, unless you're planning on just wanting to go eat in tons of different places, I don't think park hopper is needed.
Especially with children.
Definitely not with children. Because then you're back over the question of how long does it take to travel at Disney? Well, if you start throwing an hour in to the middle of your day and you go from one to the other, you start losing all this time.
Well, let me say this. Okay, so Bridget's here watching, and I don't know who else is watching right now, but if you think about your experience as a Disney traveler, right?
Yep.
Okay, I am a very experienced Disney traveler, Disney World traveler specifically. So I don't want to say that I have done it all at Disney, because there's still things I haven't done, but I've done a lot. And for me, when I go on vacation, I don't care if I miss Peter Pan. However, I don't care if I miss Space Mountain. I don't care if I miss actually, I kind of care if I miss Star Tours. But I just don't, because I know for a fact, this is my business. I'm coming back. This is what I do. I stay on top of things to be the best travel planner that I can be for my clients. And because, I just love going. But most people go on vacation every 4 years, right?
Correct. That's the average.
Yeah, every 4 to 5 years. They go down to Disney every 4 to 5 years. Well, when you are spending $4,000 to $8,000, I mean, come on,
where you're staying at.
Depending on where you're staying, for your family to go for a week-long vacation to Disney World, you want to maximize the amount of time that you're spending in the parks.
Correct.
So park hopper is really, honest to goodness, not your best option. For us, it's a great option.
Correct.
For your travelers that are not traveling often, I would say I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't think it's worth it. Like, we've got clients who've been like, this is like their 12th trip next week, and they're like, yeah, no, we want park hoppers. And I'm like, yeah, of course you do.
Yeah.
So
because there's specific things you want to go do that day.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. Again, Rita didn't get to see any of these questions beforehand, so this has been kind of fun for her, it looks like.
Yeah, I love it.
All right. Where can you meet Nick and Judy from Zootopia?
Can you still meet them?
You cannot meet them. Except Christmas party.
Oh, well, and it's probably not even confirmed that they're going to be at this Christmas party.
I'm not positive that or not.
I would love to meet them.
Because that was one of the questions out there. I went down through a whole thing. Moana was on there.
But I bet you Moana's coming.
I think she is too. But Nick and Judy, you can see them if you go to the Christmas party.
At least last year.
Last year and the year in 16 and 17.
Oh, okay. So chances are they'll be back again.
Yeah, because
but then again, like we said, Disney changes things all the time.
They had as long as they're going to move it and shake it, dance. That was what they were part of.
Oh, okay. So. Got another one?
I have two more. Last one of actual questioning with it. Blizzard Beach or Typhoon Lagoon?
What do you guys think? Blizzard Beach or Typhoon Lagoon? What do you think?
Well, I know what my research says.
Okay, well, no.
I don't remember either one of them well enough to tell you yay or nay.
Really?
I've been to each of them once.
Oh, okay. Well.
I mean, I remember bits and pieces.
Oh, I wish Minnie was here. She would have a real opinion on this.
I'm sure she would. Because she's been to it a lot more than I have. So the research says that Blizzard Beach is better for young.
Yeah,
we'll go back to that one.
Yeah.
Blizzard Beach is really designed for your families and kids. They have the family raft ride,
right?
With it. Except the wave pool's a little rough on it over there.
Oh, at the Blizzard Beach.
At the Blizzard Beach, yeah.
Oh, the wave pool at Typhoon Lagoon is not for the family.
No, it's not.
No.
Typhoon Lagoon it was said that if you have older, like teenagers, something like that, you should do Typhoon Lagoon.
Okay, I like Typhoon Lagoon better.
Okay.
Personally,
that's fair.
I like Typhoon Lagoon better because it feels more tropical. It feels more like you're going. The theming
That's
for
what they need to do.
Okay, so the theming for Blizzard Beach to me is a little weird, and I get it. Disney always has some great things, so it's just like it used to be a ski resort, and they turned them into slides, and there's some awesome slides there.
Yep.
The children's area is great. The children's area is great. The children's area is better at Blizzard Beach than it is at Typhoon Lagoon. But Typhoon Lagoon has a great children's area
They do.
too. I just happen to like the tropical feel better at Typhoon Lagoon. It feels like there's more trees. It feels like there's more shade. It feels
Okay,
you
I
know,
can follow that.
kind of stuff.
I agree with that. So,
So.
what they need to do, they need to add a Moana meet and greet. Since they have an Olaf meet and greet over at Blizzard, put a Moana one over
Oh,
at
that's a
Typhoon
good
Lagoon.
idea. I bet
Hey
that's-
Disney, if you're listening to me out there, which I know you are because I said Disney and you're listening now, just go ahead and throw Moana over Typhoon Lagoon. And
So Bridget likes Typhoon Lagoon too. So give us some hearts if you like Typhoon Lagoon, or thumbs up or whatever. Brandy says she would love to meet Moana. Brandy, just keep. I have this real sneaky feeling that we're going to get a meet and greet in the Magic Kingdom. I just, I read things on the internet and it's all pure. I mean, we don't ever know for sure, but I just feel like we may be able to see Moana come soon enough. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just going to be Club 33 over there. But
I think they put a Moana meet and greet below it.
yeah.
So, and if that's true, Brandy, that area should be opened up before you all get down there.
Yeah, we hope.
So-
We hope. So Bridget says it's really hard to do Disney in 3 days, even with a park hopper. Even with a hopper, yeah. Well, yeah, absolutely, Bridget. It's hard to do Disney in 3 days. Period. I definitely would say if you're going to do a 3-day, you're going to want to plan to come back. Yeah. At Typhoon, I just want an ice drink and float in their lake. They have the best lazy river at Typhoon Lagoon.
That's right. I do
Yeah.
remember that one now. Okay, well, hey, Typhoon wins for me. But
Yeah.
but I'm all about a lazy river. I actually had one mapped out at my last house.
But I'll tell you, it will probably take Amelia to Blizzard Beach first because
Sure.
it does have the better children's area. So, you definitely, I think, need 4 days, at least a day per park, and a really good plan to be able to do as much as possible in 4 days.
Yeah, if you're really talking about only a 3-day trip, people come down and ask us about a 2-day and a 3-day trip.
I book a lot of 3-day trips, by the
And
way.
we do book a lot of them, but really at that point we're saying, well, which park are you going to ignore for that trip?
Which part do you think is mostly ignored?
I know which one is, but I don't think it should be.
What's that?
Epcot.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's Epcot. Which you're right, it shouldn't be. But I also have people who want to not do Hollywood Studios.
Hollywood right now of the attractions available, Hollywood until now at the end of 19, that's going to be a totally different answer for you. I think.
I agree, but
For me personally, at least.
But I would never skip Hollywood Studios. So that's a great question. If you're only going to do 3 days in the park, which park would you skip?
You're not going to like my answer.
What is it?
Magic Kingdom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who really wants to miss the Magic Kingdom? Well, I mean, but okay, I get it. I get it, but you've been multiple times.
I've been multiple times, and that's really the difference is that I go a whole lot. Like I could go back to the Animal Kingdom. I could go to the Animal Kingdom every month and enjoy myself. But I love the animals. I can go over to the Trek and just walk around and just I enjoy the theming and the feel of Animal Kingdom
Okay,
all day long.
Here's the deal. If I had a 3-day pass, you know what I would do? I would actually skip 2 parks. I would do the Magic Kingdom for 2 days.
I know.
And then I would do like the Animal Kingdom or Epcot or Hollywood Studios.
Yeah,
for
see,
1 day.
I do Epcot for 2 days.
Yeah, well, that's different, Yeah,
But hey.
Amelia wouldn't though.
No. I didn't say what I do with the family. I just said what I do for me. That's a totally different answer there.
Amelia, yeah, 2 days in the Magic Kingdom for a kid.
Yeah.
With your kids.
If you have your kids with you, stuff like that, all day long. So,
All right.
last question I have on here.
All right, cool.
And then I have a rumor I want to find out if you've heard about yet or not.
Oh.
Last one out there is, and this has nothing to do about travel, but what three attractions across the entire property in Orlando
Okay.
do you want to never see changed or go away? We can only do 3.
Okay, you need to talk about something else while I think about this.
No. I should have probably asked you that question back in the beginning of everything.
Yeah, that should have been a story. So this is a good one, guys. What 3 attractions would you never want to see changed or go away?
Yeah. Yeah, and unfortunately, you have all the properties. So, all right, so we can go over to Animal Kingdom. I cannot think of an attraction over there that cannot go away.
that cannot go
Yeah.
away.
I mean, when I mean change, it can have updates, but I mean like drastically change it.
Kind of like the Flights of Wonder has been changed to Up. That's
That's a drastic change.
Okay.
But I can't think of anything over at Animal Kingdom that I just can't. I can't, like, if it goes away, I'm devastated.
Flights of Passage.
I guess that one's so new, I don't think about it.
Yeah,
I know that there's no way they're going to touch it. And a couple of them are the classics that I don't think they'll ever touch. They will never do away with Peter Pan. They're never going to do away with Small World. They'll never do away with
I would
Haunted
totally
Mansion.
be up for a change for Small World.
I know
Not
you would,
take
but
it
I don't.
out. I want the update for I want the update that they got in Disneyland.
Yeah.
In Disney World. I want to see the Disney characters brought. I want what are they? IP. That's what everybody calls it. I want IP. I want intellectual properties inside It's a Small World.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, so now Bridget said Small World, Splash Mountains, and Tower of Terror.
Okay, Bridget.
So here's my
I want
question.
Tower of Terror changed.
All right. So up until last summer, Rita would totally agree with Tower of Terror, but then she wrote Guardians of the Galaxy, Mission Breakout, and
100 times better. I'm
she
just
was
telling you.
sold on it.
Well, I wrote it like 5 times.
I know you were. And I can't do the up and down motion with my stomach or else I'm sick. So the comic guy didn't get to write it once. You know, so.
Tower of Terror has long been a favorite attraction of mine because, one, it's one of the best themed attractions that I have ever been on. I mean,
Sure.
you just hands down. It's one of the only attractions that I truly have been scared. Maybe not that extreme, but it scares me a little bit every time I get on it, which is kind of cool. I mean, because there's not a lot of attractions that will do that.
Yeah.
And so it actually when I get off of it, I'm just like, oh my gosh. But Guardians of the Galaxy, after riding it, I fine, take it away. Give me one big party again.
All right.
Because that's what it is. Anyway, so yeah, I would change that. So what would I not change?
Yeah.
I don't want to see Star Tours go away.
All right.
I really like Star Tours. It's a lot of fun. I've liked the changes that we've seen over the years with Star Tours.
Yeah, they've always been minute, just small little adjustments on it.
I think some people would automatically say, at least Disnerds would automatically say a Carousel of Progress.
Yeah.
But I would like to see changes to Carousel of Progress.
I would like to see another decade.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the next add-on. So,
does Tower of Terror move a lot? Would it hurt David's leg? No, it wouldn't hurt his leg.
no, I don't think it hurt his leg. It's up and down, so you'll be there.
It drops you, Brandy.
And then you do a drop with it. So
he's never ridden it. He doesn't know.
I've watched enough videos to know what it does.
It takes you. It's a really great ride, Brandy. I would highly recommend it. It takes you out and drops you, but it drops you and goes back up and down and up and down, and it's a lot of fun. So,
yeah.
So I don't want to see Star Tours gone. In the Magic Kingdom, out of all of the Magic Kingdom, I would not want to see.
See, there's so many of them in there.
Oh, Bridget, you're talking about Carousel of Progress. I want Carousel of Progress to stay because it is one of my favorite attractions to visit every time I go. But I would like to see
an update to it.
Disney invest some money into that attraction. I think Carousel of Progress deserves some attention.
I agree with that.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be drastic changes, but I do think I just think it needs some money put into it.
Yeah. Haunted Mansion is probably one of mine that if for whatever reason they ever did away with it, which I cannot imagine them ever doing away with.
No, they can't get away with it. Yeah.
That one. And I think some of those that sit around with it is
Splash Mountain too. I think
like a lot
Bridget
of your
said Splash Mountain.
Magic Kingdom. I don't think it's touched a whole lot. I think it's so iconic that the ones that have gone away have been in the other parks.
Except for poor Alien Encounter. Tomorrowland gets a lot of changes.
That's true. They do.
Yeah.
So it's like one for me that I think at some point may very well go away, and I hope it never does, though, would be living with the land. I enjoy living with the land.
I'm singing the song in my head.
What? Carousel of Progress?
No, living with the
Living with the land one?
The autumn, the land is fine. Anyway, y'all
Okay.
want to sing. Anyway, sorry.
Gotcha.
Y'all don't want me to sing.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Brandy, you'll love the Haunted Mansion. You'll love the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, and that's a great one for just to be able to relax.
It's
in.
not scary, Brandy, by the
No,
way.
it's
If
not
I
scary.
write it, it's not scary.
No, that's very true. Very true. If it's scary, like horror scary, no way I get her on it. So.
Well, Disney wouldn't have anything like that.
Very true.
All right, so I've said Star Tours.
Okay.
I said, I don't want the France movie to go away. I don't know why, but I don't.
Oh, well, it's going away, darling. I hate to tell you that.
I would hate to see the Living Seas to go away.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I would really hate to see that go. Of course, you can't
See,
really make
Epcot's always my fear is that the things go away, especially up in Future World. Things go away so much up over there.
Yeah.
That's where
It's
they
hard
seem
to get
change.
rid of the second largest saltwater aquarium in the United States to go away anyway, so I don't think we...
Bring back Spectrum
Please.
Magic.
You know, Bridget, I have this conversation quite a bit, and here's what I think. I think that we will see a parade before the end of 2021. That is pure speculation, but I think by the time we reach our 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World, we will have another nighttime parade.
How many parades do we have right now?
At night?
No. Parades in general
Well,
in Orlando.
wait, you mean at Disney?
At Disney World.
How many? Well, you've got technically 2 at the Magic Kingdom during the day. Because you've got the Move It, Shake It, Celebrate It, and then you've got the one with the Steampunk Maleficent that I can't remember the name of that parade. There's not one at Epcot.
They don't have a nighttime one, though.
No.
All right.
They don't have one at Epcot at all. At Animal Kingdom, I don't think that they do that parade anymore.
No.
And then
Hollywood Studios.
Hollywood Studios.
Closest thing they have to a parade is the March of the First Order.
Yep, right.
So, and I'm not positive Move It, Shake It's still going on or not.
I don't remember.
That may have also gone by the wayside. I think.
Yep, Bridget says 2. Bridget says 2.
All right, there's 2. So.
Okay.
All right, so rumor.
Yeah, that's what we were just saying. Star Wars parade.
Yeah.
So rumor.
Yeah, saw a rumor out there on the interwebs.
Now this is pure rumor, y'all.
Pure
so take it for what
rumor.
it is.
Take it for what it is. It's pure rumor. It was somebody. Rumor has it that someone within Disney has speculated. Boy, this is like I heard it from my cousin's brother's 5th aunt's uncle's sister-in-law.
Okay.
Kind of deal, all right? Canada.
It's going away.
No. New park.
Oh, whatever.
Third park in North America. I turned around and read through some of it, and there was actually some pretty solid stuff with it, but there was no actual location with it.
Yeah, it's like have they acquired property?
No, they haven't acquired property.
Not
yet.
that we would know.
You would never know. I was going to say
They would do it the way they did it.
the way they did it in Florida,
Yeah.
the way they've done it with all of them since then.
So,
You
really?
know,
Have they done all of them? I don't know.
I think so.
All right. Well, I
So.
guess that's it. Hey, take a minute to go out there and see if you can find the test footage for the new Millennium Falcon ride at Star.
Oh, yes,
yeah.
the new-
It's out there on the interwebs.
Yeah, so the new test video for that, and some of the battle scene stuff is there too, for the other rod.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, you have.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We saw it on one of the YouTube clips.
Yeah.
So
Lots of fun little things out there floating around about Star Wars Land, Galaxy's Edge.
fall of 19 for us here on the East Coast.
We have no idea what fall means, but
Yeah. Those of y'all out on the West Coast, you're getting it summer of 19.
well, you know what? Now I'm hearing beginning of fall
Beginning of fall for
or
West Coast.
like August, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So I thought it would be. Of course, you know
Yeah, see,
D23 is in August, and I bet you it opens up when D23 is going on. Well, if Brazil's economy could support one, no kidding, Bridget. No kidding. You know, they really ought to think about doing that. That would be fantastic. But anyway.
True.
All right. Well, I guess we can wrap up this evening. We've been talking now for about 40 minutes, and we've had our questions. Thanks for coming on. I know we didn't plan. Normally, I have this out on the web for everybody to plan, and it just didn't happen. It's been a crazy week. We've been booking vacations and having a great time. So Henry's been busy with work, and as have I.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you guys joining us. So make sure that you share out when you see that we are going live or when we have our planned feeds. We will be back next week at 8:30.
Walt Disney World time.
Yeah. Do you know our topic for next week?
No, I do not know it here.
They call home. Yes. They all. Yes. Yes, Bridget. Yes. Yes. Yes, yes, and yes. Well, anyway, we will be back next week, and I think we're talking about our favorite things.
Back on our favorite things?
Yep, we are talking about our favorite
These
things.
are a few of our favorite things.
You have a great week,
guys.
too, Bridget.
Thank you
Everybody
all.
have a fantastic week, and we'll see you next Sunday.
Bye, guys.
Bye.